Hey guys, Sports Geek with AccessoryGeeks.com here with a comparison of the Samsung Galaxy S3 and the Samsung Galaxy Nexus. We're going to go into a software comparison of Touchwiz versus stock Android. And we'll start right from the lock screen. So on the S3 you can see you have options to enter the phone app, enter the text messaging app, email, or camera. Whereas on the Nexus, you can unlock the phone, go into Google Now, or go into the camera. And of course, the S3 has these ridiculous water effects that I should turn off. Onto the home screens. With the Samsung Galaxy S3, you have 7 home screens and a nice little carousel feature, which lets you continue swiping through your home screens, whereas the Nexus has 5. And it stops right at the end with this little animation. Launchers are a little bit different. If you enter your app drawer, again, you have a carousel feature with the S3, continuing through all your apps. Whereas the Nexus, if you continue going through, once you reach the end of your apps, you enter the widgets. Other differences, of course, are these physical buttons on the S3, menu, home, and back. On the Nexus, they are virtual and can go away depending on what app you use. Notification bar is a little different on both. As you can see, Samsung baked in some toggles right at the top on the notification bar, which is pretty handy. Whereas on the Nexus, you have to press the settings button to enter your settings. Speaking of settings, I should have stayed on that page. But here's where you can see a difference in the visual theme. The fonts and colors are a lot different on Touchwiz. Touchwiz employs a lot of different colors and a different font than the standard Roboto font and theme that you have with stock ice cream sandwich and Jellybean devices. You have a lot of blue. You have this very unified font. Whereas on Touchwiz, you have a lot of different colors. Green is the primary color, but you have different colors for the icons, and you have more of a, I guess this is an Arial font. Task Switcher is another thing that Android 4.0 phones have. And to get to it from the S3, you press and hold the home button. These are slightly different. You can slide to swipe, it's not slide to swipe, slide to close an app. However, Samsung added in these extra controls to remove all the apps at once or to enter the task manager. A few other differences are the phone apps. With the Nexus, you can swipe left to right to access recent calls or your favorites and contacts. With the S3, you kind of have to tap. There is no swiping. And it is slightly different in that you have a tab just for favorites and a tab just for contacts, whereas on the Nexus it's all in one tab. Camera and gallery is a little different, as you will see here. This uses the standard Android gallery with the Nexus, and on the camera actually you can get to it by swiping over to the left, and you can swipe to zoom out to see more pictures and swipe pictures away if you need to. On the S3, it has Samsung's camera software, which gives you a lot of different features. You can set different scenes, which aren't available on the Nexus, as well as other special camera features. However, it doesn't have the same swipe over to see your recent photos. Other differences are this Google bar that is persistent on the Nexus phones. Of course, it is a Google phone, so they want you to use their search engine, but you just can't get rid of it. Whereas on the S3, it is only a little widget that you can move around and remove if you need to. And of course, other apps Samsung likes to skin themselves So the music app is a little different. The calendar is actually very well done, I think, if you compare it to the stock calendar. What you have on the S3 is a cool little calendar with this little bar where you can switch to different views. On the Nexus, it's standard Android with this menu that pops out. So pretty cool. And of course you have Samsung's S suite of apps. So you have S Memo, S Suggest, S Voice. S Memo is something that they put on the Galaxy Note. You can use a stylus, or you can use your finger to draw. You can use it to write notes, or you can use it to annotate notes. Pretty cool app. And S Voice, as you know, is a Siri competitor. It's very similar. You ask it, what's the weather? Set an appointment for me. Whereas Android, or on the Nexus, you have Google Now, which is pretty cool. And it'll do voice searches and other cool things like show cards about the weather, about your commute, sports scores, and whatnot. So this should be coming to the S3 once this gets Android 4.1, but for the time being it doesn't have it. So that was a quick software overview of the Galaxy S3 and the Galaxy Nexus. We're going to shoot some more videos for you guys. If you have any requests, please let us know. And be sure to check out our other videos on our YouTube channel. Again, this is Sports Geek with AccessoryGeeks.com, reminding you that you got it from a geek.